have a lot of ongoing stuff. Just had an earthquake in Kashmir, 6.0, and we had an earthquake in Israel, a smaller one, 3.2. But let's begin what with some strange, very strange pictures. So let's read here. We have this earthquake. So earthquake in Israel. So let's read about this one. And you see here, this is Tabaraya. This is a lake in the Holy Land. You see these earthquakes. You see these yellow spots. These are earthquakes. So the Holy Land is having a swarm. It is worrying. We had an earthquake 4 point for some days ago. So we had an earthquake yesterday or 2 days ago in Lebanon, and even in Syria we had an earthquake. All these earthquakes are 4 point, but we never see such earthquakes in the Holy Land and around. We usually have a lot of earthquakes in Turkey, but it is a very, very strange activity, a swarm in the Holy Land. So let's read that one. I felt the office. We have also a spaceship of King Anu. We have, so let's start with, I'm gonna show some pictures, but we're gonna read here some stuff. We're gonna discuss also what's going on with the sun. So let's start. I felt the office move 3.2 magnitude earthquake jolts northern Israel. Tiberias mayor Yussi Navaya was not frightened, but warns the city hall building is not reinforced and would be the first to collapse. Imagine buildings are collapsing in the Holy Land, people. In Israel, never happened before, is warning for collapse of the buildings. Sea of Jalalia area Tumbler comes after 4.2 magnitude earthquake in the Dead Sea area and northern Najaf. Taberia Mayor Yussi Navaya felt his office move on Monday, today afternoon. This cause was a 3.2 magnitude earthquake recorded in the Sea of Jalalia area. No injuries or damage has been reported. This is my job, people. I need to warn people. In the Holy Land, again, it is mentioned in the Holy Bible. People in Judea, they need to be prepared in case of an earthquake and tsunami. They need to go up to the higher areas, higher places, to the mountains. They need to have a B plan. Plan B in case of a hard, real shocking earthquake, because we have armies gathering in Gaza. We know President Trump, he is offering anybody to join this new government in Gaza if they pay $1 billion. They're gonna be ruling Gaza permanently. But if you don't pay, you're gonna rule maybe 3 years or something like that. I'm really not. So we have a lot of countries, they are agreeing. They want to have their troops in Gaza. But we are not talking about troops now because it's very sensitive. We're gonna talk about government in Gaza. We have Tony Blair, we have Kushner, we have Argentina, even Russia has been invited. Thanks God. We need in the Holy Land to fulfill the prophecy, you see. So let's read on. Tabaria Mayor Yussi Nevia felt his office. No urgency. We read this one. I was in a meeting in my office. Suddenly felt the office move. I wasn't frightening. It was brief. I constantly speak about a warn of this danger. City Hall building is not reinforced. Would be first to collapse. Following the quake, we received dozens of calls from residents at the municipal hotline, but no damage was reported. So let's read about the earthquake in India or Kashmir. So 5.7 magnitude earthquake strikes over northern western part of Jammu and Kashmir. No damage reported. So this is 8 hours ago. So this is earthquake hits Pakistan controlled Kashmir. We have here, we're gonna check this activity here. We have rising activity here. We don't have much earthquakes on this site. Maybe we're gonna check another one. So yeah, I'm gonna show you something here also from pictures. You remember yesterday? You remember yesterday or the day before when we filmed the spaceship of King Anu live? We were watching the sunset. So we took pictures. I took one picture where the sun is setting. So today I went to the same webcam to see if we can see the second light source where we've been watching uh, 2 days ago, but there was a lot of they were spraying the airplanes, they were spraying a lot of stuff. To my surprise, the sun did set further to the west. I'm talking about 2 days ago. I'm going to show you the pictures. Again, I'm not here to fear mongering, but this is what I saw. I want to warn the whole world. This observation may cause some people to be very afraid. So if you are, if you don't believe, please don't watch. Please don't watch. So let's begin. So you see here, this is here, like they are giving an example. I was researching a little bit. So if the sun in the winter, like we are in the winter here now, so if the sun is if you are in the winter now and the sun is setting here, like we saw in the webcam, then in like in the spring it will move further to the west, like east, okay, east, southwest, and further to the north in the summer. Again, this is spring, this is winter, spring, and no summer. So in the summer, they call it north. I call it maybe in a different place. I don't know. I call it actually west north. Okay, west north or west south. Yeah, sun does not set in the east. It rises in the east, but like they want to make it easy. So let's read here. this The sun rises and sets at different point on the horizon every day. The change is so small. Without careful observations, it may take several days or weeks to be fully aware of the change. You cannot notice it. This is 2 days ago. This is 17 of this January this year. I'm gonna use this thingy. You see here the sun where it is. You see this church, people. So the sun is setting here, down here. So today is, what is today? 19 January. Where do you think the sun will be setting? Here, around here. Like we saw in that picture, it moves, but it takes time. Like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm talking about 2 weeks. Like 20 March to April 4, 2 weeks. You're gonna notice movement. But here, this is today. This is 17, 2 days ago, sorry. You see here? This is the church. Suppose it will go to the west, like here. It will take time, 2 weeks, to move to here. But it moved to here. 2 days, it moved from here to here. Here it is, people. It went behind the church. And it was setting above this building here. You see? I should have put in the two pictures together, but I was in a hurry. I want to make this video before I need to get this warning out. I can make a picture. I can put the two pictures together. We can do like now while I'm talking. We can do like this. You can do it now. So this is the second light source, and we were watching the sun going down, and here the sun was setting here. 2 days ago was setting here, and the sun was setting here. Today, very, very alarming sign of the end times. Sign of the end times. So let's put the pictures together. Let's do it. Let's see how we gonna do this one. So to the bridge. We're gonna cut here because otherwise we will not understand what I'm trying to say. Do like that. And do like that. And we do like that. And we do like that. Sorry, it takes a long time, but I'm holding the phone in one hand and I need to do this stuff with the second hand. Here you have it, people. You see? You see here, people? This is 19. This is 19. And the sun is setting behind the church. 2 days ago, the sun was setting further away from the church to the east. And the sun is setting behind the church 2 days after. Anyways, I try to can anybody help me out? I'm little bit confused. I know the sun will be moving as we come closer to the summer, to the spring. The sun will be moving to the west from the east because of the rotation of the earth. But it cannot jump large distance like it has been seen. Something is going on. Did Earth move? Because we know the sun is not moving. Okay. Anyways, in Syria, you have still clashes. Unfortunately, you see this whole area. This whole area was taken by the new government. It was like the whole this area. You see the river here. All this area they have taken in green. The Kurds they have still the areas in yellow, and it was ceasefire, but they have started again. They are trying here. We have a lot of Kurds, and we have a lot of Kurds here in Iraq. So these guys, they made some tactical retreat. They went they went out from they went out from here up here. You know they had all this area, so they took their troops from these areas. Here we have Turkey actually occupying all this area. So they took out all the troops here. So the new government they went in here and they thought there's no resistance. Okay, that was yesterday. Today they expanded. They went down instead. So they have more borderline with Iraq, and they connected the forces here with the forces here because yesterday there's no connection. Understand? They were cut the lines. So for those who claim, for those who claim the battle is finished, it is not finished. Just started. So if you watch the news and you hear the news, they don't. Nobody's supporting the Kurds whatsoever because Turkey, NATO, America, Israel, these guys, they all support the new government in Syria, actually ISIS. So all the news are talking about the defeat of the Kurds SDF. This is not true news. They are fooling you. They were talking about ceasefire, but it is ongoing. You need to be very, very careful when you listen to the news. It is mostly propaganda. It is very, you don't like the feeling when you believe something has happened and, discover the second day it is actually propaganda. So you need to, every time you hear any news with wars and stuff, you need to do your own research. Um, so this video, for example, um, I'm gonna write the sun setting different place, and YouTube will not like that. Understand the AI, So better write something like earthquake in Israel. Although this with the sun setting different position is far more like dangerous, alarming than the little earthquake in Israel. But if I want to make people watch the video, I'm gonna write earthquake in Israel. Everybody will be watching. So, but of course, I'm not after the famous. I'm not after the views. I need to inform people. So I must write sun setting in different position. Okay, and then people call me crazy and whatever, liar and stuff, without even watching the video. I know all this stuff, and YouTube will try to take out the views, even if they get the likes, they're gonna remove it. I know this stuff, in advance. So I'm gonna show you some pictures, especially of Keanu, and just want to make a short video this time because just want to talk about the earthquake in Israel and what's going on with the sun. So last time we were watching here, let's see here, it was 19, and let's see where we stopped last time. So maybe it was here. You saw this one here, and even here, this one, this picture. We have taken this picture. We're gonna wipe out the screen again. I got some solution for the dust, but I cannot solve the sweating. My fingers sweating, so they will leave some sweat on the screen. So please take this one. Please understand, I cannot do better with the. I need to wipe the screen every second, every picture. I need to wipe the screen. So I showed you all these pictures. So let's see the new pictures here. You're gonna take another one. Make a lot of reflection. So yeah, they started again in Iraq, in Syria, sorry, and of course they're gonna they are alerted on the Iraqi side of the border. A lot of ISIS prisoners are free now. They can go to Iraq, they can go to Lebanon, they can go to Turkey, or even